They told you crypto would destroy the banks. But what if I told you it copied them perfectly? And that's exactly why it became the most brilliant scam of the decade. Hey, I'm a former investment banker. I've seen real scams, the kind that wear suits, not hoodies. And what I'm about to show you might completely change how you see crypto. When I worked in banking, I started noticing a pattern. Every new product, from credit swaps to fintech apps, sold the same dream: freedom from control. Crypto did the exact same thing. It wore rebellion like a marketing badge. The pitch was simple: you don't need banks. You are your own bank. And honestly, that story was powerful. It felt revolutionary. But when I looked under the hood, the architecture felt familiar. Too familiar. You see, finance is like a mirror. Every so-called revolution ends up reflecting the system it tried to destroy. Online brokers did it. Fintech did it. And crypto followed the same path. The irony: the harder crypto tried to kill banking, the more it started to look like it. Think about it. Crypto promised decentralization, but within a few years, it centralized faster than any modern financial system. Exchanges became the new banks. Influencers became the new analysts. And whales, they became the new central bankers. That's not rebellion. That's repackaged hierarchy and the psychology behind it. Identical to Wall Street. On one side, you had analysts hipping stocks. On the other, influencers hipping coins. FOMO replaced research. Memes replaced metrics. And identity replaced logic. You weren't just investing, you were joining a tribe. And once finance becomes about identity, it stops being math and starts becoming mythology. Now, let me take you inside the mindset of real bankers. Banks create value using two invisible forces: trust and scarcity. Crypto did the same thing. It just swapped trust for code, but underneath, both systems depend on the same fragile thing: belief. In banking, when people stop believing, the system collapses. In crypto, it happens even faster because belief is literally the only collateral. And here's what most people don't realize: belief is the strongest currency on earth. It's what makes a piece of paper worth something. It's what holds Wall Street together. And it's what sent crypto to the moon before it came crashing down. Let's talk about a perfect example: Terra Luna. It promised stability through an algorithm, a stable coin that could never fail. Billions flowed in. People felt safe. But the second that collective belief cracked, it vanished, practically overnight. And the same thing happened with FTX. That wasn't a failure of blockchain or code, it was a failure of trust. People didn't buy tokens, they bought faith. If you zoom out, every financial collapse from Lehman Brothers to FTX follows the same emotional curve: euphoria, denial, panic, blame. Different players, same human psychology. Here's the crazy part: crypto isn't dumb. It's actually genius. It gamified greed. It made people want to gamble, and then made them believe it was investing. It used the oldest banking trick in the book: turn speculation into identity. You weren't just buying assets, you were buying a sense of belonging. That's not innovation. That's master-level marketing. Because in finance, the real product has never been the asset, it's the story. Stories move markets faster than algorithms ever could. And crypto told one of the greatest stories ever written: the story of financial freedom. Think about how banks and crypto both sell emotion. Banks sell status, the black cards, the private lounges, the exclusive access. Crypto sold ideology: hodlers, believers, early adopters. Different packaging, same psychology. And if you understand how financial systems evolve, this was inevitable. Every revolution starts decentralized and ends centralized, because chaos always creates kings. In every wild west of money, someone eventually builds the next empire. So let's talk about how to spot the next brilliant scam. Here are 3 red flags every insider looks for. 1. The story sells emotion, not math. If it promises freedom, revolution, or guaranteed returns, stop listening and start calculating. 2. The value comes from new buyers, not actual cash flow. That's not growth. That's speculation pretending to be innovation. And 3. The leaders or community discourage criticism. That's not confidence. That's control. And once the discussion becomes sacred, you're in a cult, not a market. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Banks were watching crypto the whole time, and they learned from it. Gamification, scarcity, the constant dopamine rush of 24/7s. Trading, all of that has now been integrated into mainstream finance. Your trading app, designed like a slot machine. Your stock notifications, engineered to keep you hooked. We didn't kill the system, we upgraded it to be addictive. And governments, they're next in line. Digital currencies, programmable money. The system didn't die, it just evolved. Crypto wasn't the end of banking, it was the rehearsal. And if you take a step back, the pattern becomes obvious. Money keeps reinventing itself. Gold became paper, paper became digital, and now digital money is becoming psychological. We don't trust money because it's real, we trust it because everyone else does. That's the real secret behind all of it. Crypto didn't fail because it was a scam. It failed because it was too good at being one. It replicated human belief so perfectly that when belief cracked, the entire illusion collapsed. Until people understand that money isn't technology, is belief, they'll keep falling for the next brilliant scam. I'm DropoutFinance, an ex-banker decoding the truth behind money. If you want to see how financial systems manipulate psychology, one story at a time, subscribe. Because at the end of the day, money is belief. The rest, just marketing.